Good day, science-minded learners! Welcome to another fun and exciting learning with me, Teacher Kiz, your science chum. For today, we will be learning about the benefits of separating mixtures in our Science 6 class. In our previous episode, you learned about the different techniques in separating mixtures. As a review, let's answer this 5-item test.
Identify the correct technique to be used to separate the following mixtures. Number 1. Mixture of mungo beans and needles. The correct answer is use of magnets. Number 2. Oil and water. The correct answer is decantation. Number 3. Salt and water. The correct answer is evaporation. Number 4. Pebbles and rice grains. The correct answer is hand picking.
Amazing! You really understood our previous episode. Today, you shall learn the benefits of separating mixtures. Now, let's dive into what's new. Science-minded learners, separating mixtures has many benefits. Let's try to check if you have your prior knowledge of our lesson for today.
Match the mixtures in column A with its benefits of separating mixtures in column B. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. What is the benefit of separating avocado, watermelon, and squash seeds? The correct answer is letter C. We need to separate the different seeds of the avocado, watermelon, and squash so that it is easy to plant the seeds. Number 2. What is the benefit of using magnets when separating needles and buttons in a sewing kit? The correct answer is letter A. We need to separate needles from the buttons using magnets in order to avoid getting hurt. Number 3. What is the benefit of separating or segregating garbage? The correct answer is letter D. We need to segregate garbage in order to separate the biodegradable, non-biodegradable, and recyclable materials from each other for proper disposal. Number 4. What is the benefit of separating sand and gravel through sieving? The correct answer is letter B. We need to separate sand from gravel in order to refine the sand before mixing it with cement in constructing a house.
Well done, my dear learners! At the end of this episode, you will learn how to
identify the benefits of separating mixtures. Describe the different processes involved in separating mixtures. Value the importance of separating mixtures in addressing important environmental issues.
Separating mixtures have different uses or benefits. Many components found in nature aren't in their pure form, but are found as parts of mixtures. Separating mixtures through hand picking, sieving, use of magnets, filtration, evaporation, and decantation has different purposes or uses. Separating substances in mixtures is an important part of our daily activities in order to get the components we need. Let's take these examples.
Your mother asks you to remove the unwanted components like the pebbles in the rice grains before cooking it. You remove the pebbles through hand picking. Why do you think that your mother asked you to do that?
Yes, indeed. Your mother asked you to remove the pebbles from the rice grains before cooking it. So, the rice you will cook will be pure rice without the unwanted and inedible pebbles.
Why do we need to attach a filter device to our kitchen faucet?
Correct! This is because we want to make sure that the water coming out of the kitchen faucet is clean and free from unwanted components.
We separate water from our wet clothes by drying them under the heat of the sun. Why is that a must?
Of course, it is a must. Our clothes cannot be worn again unless they are dry. So you see, my dear science-minded learners, there are many benefits or uses of separating mixtures.
In big junk shops, why do they need to separate scrap metals from non-metals using magnets?
Correct! Using magnets to separate scrap metals from non-metal components is important in junk shops in order to recycle scrap metals. Junk owners practice segregation with recyclable separated by type. This is a good practice which helps the preservation and conservation of Mother Earth's resources. So, science-minded learners, separating mixtures is a very important part of our daily activities in order to get the important or necessary component we need. Activity time! In this activity, we shall deepen your understanding of our lesson on the benefits of separating mixtures.
Complete the table. Identify the techniques and benefits in separating mixtures. Write your answers on your paper. What is the technique used to separate a basket full of laundry? What is the benefit of separating them? Correct! The technique used to separate a basket full of laundry is hand picking. Separating the white-colored clothes from colored clothes is beneficial because it will prevent discoloration. What is the technique used to separate salt from seawater? What is the benefit of separating it? That's right. The technique used to separate salt from seawater is evaporation. Obtaining salt from seawater is important because salt is the main component or ingredient in cooking food. What is the technique used to separate the lumpy flour from cake flour? What is the benefit of separating it? Very good! The technique used to separate lumpy flour from cake flour is sieving. Separating lumpy flour from cake flour through sieving is important to obtain a refined, smooth, and light mixture for baking. What is the technique used to separate sand from water? What is the benefit of separating sand from water? That's right! The technique used to separate sand from water is filtration. Separating sand from water through filtration is important in order to have clean and safe water for drinking.
Very good, my dear science-minded learners. I am happy that you answered all the items correctly. Science-minded learners, do you want another activity? What's more?
Complete the table below. Think of possible activities or situations at home in which decantation, filtration, sieving, and evaporation can be applied, and give the benefit for each one. What are the activities at home in which decantation, filtration, sieving, and evaporation can be applied? Give its benefits. Very good, science-minded learners. For number 1, under the column Activities, we have collecting and segregating garbage. The benefits of collecting and segregating garbage are to make our surroundings clean and to separate the recyclable, reusable, biodegradable, and non-biodegradable materials from each other for proper disposal. Correct! For number 2, under the column Activities, we have cooking rice. Under the column Benefit, we can write, water is separated from the rice through evaporation so that the rice is cooked and ready to eat. That's right, science-minded learners. For number 3, under the column Activities, organizing a study table. Under the column Benefits, we can write clips, thumbtacks, and magnets can be used to stick important notes and other things so that they will not be moved and mixed with other things.
Great job, science-minded learners! Now, I know that you have really understood our science lesson today. Oh, science-minded learners, look who's here! Our dear friend, Cece. Hi, Cece! It's nice to see you today.
Hello, everyone! Hi, Teacher Kids! May I ask for your help in separating and organizing these things, Teacher Kids?
Sure, Cece! Science-minded learners, are you ready to help Cece? What are the techniques we need to use to separate and organize the things inside the box? Okay, Cece, we can see that there are notebooks and papers. Let's separate them first from the mixture by using hand-picking technique.
Sure, Teacher Kids.
Let's pick the notebooks and papers one by one and place it on the table. Okay then, the notebooks and papers are on the table now.
What's next, Teacher Kids?
Okay, I can see that you have crayons and colored pens. So, let's pick these things and place them in a small container so that all the coloring materials will be placed in one container or box. Let's pick them one by one. Cece, let's place them on your small box. There! The colored materials are inside your small box.
Teacher Kids, I have here rubber bands and paper clips. I think we need to use a magnet to separate these things from each other easily.
That's right, Cece. Magnets will help us separate these things easily. Can you get 2 small boxes?
Yes, Teacher Kids. I have here 2 small boxes. One for the paper clips and the other for the rubber bands. Okay, let's do it, Teacher Kids.
Cece, what are these notes? Are these important notes?
Yes, Teacher Keys. They are important notes. They are my online class schedule.
Cece, we need to place these important notes on the wall. Do you have a pin or a thumbtacks? We pin to put this on your corkboard so that you will always be reminded of your schedule. Cece, do you have with you your beauty pouch? We shall place the baby powder, baby cologne, comb, and mirror inside it.
Okay, Teacher Keys. Here's my beauty pouch.
Okay then! Everything is in their proper containers. We will place them again inside the box, Cece. Now, they are placed and organized inside the box.
Wow! Thank you so much, Teacher Keys and science-minded learners. Now, the things inside my box are organized and properly arranged. If I need something, I can easily find it.
You're welcome, Cece. We are always ready to help you.
Bye, Teacher Keys. Bye, science-minded learners. See you in the next episode.
Bye, Cece. Take care and keep safe always. Now, let's go to what I have learned. Complete the following paragraph. Write your answers on your paper. I learned that
Blank has different uses or benefits. Many components found in nature aren't in their pure form, but are found as parts of mixtures. Very good! Separating mixtures has different uses or benefits. Many components found in nature aren't in their pure form, but are found as parts of mixtures. It is important to blank mixtures in our daily activities in order to get the needed component. It is important to separate mixtures in our daily activities in order to get the needed component. Examples are: Number 1. Segregating garbage will help us separate the biodegradable waste from blank waste. Examples are: Number 1. Segregating garbage will help us separate the biodegradable waste from non-biodegradable waste. Number 2. Filtering the water from the faucet with the use of a filtering device will give us clean water which is safe for drinking. Number 3. Using magnets to separate needles from the buttons will help us separate these things without getting hurt.
Wow! You did well, my dear science-minded learners. I know that you learned something from our lesson today. Science-minded learners, are you ready for our next activity? What I can do? In your paper, write true if the statement is correct and false if it is incorrect.
Number 1. Separating mixtures is not important in our daily activities. The correct answer is false. Number 2. The use of magnets help us to easily separate metals from non-metals. The correct answer is true. Number 3. To avoid the discoloration of clothes, we separate the colored clothes from the white clothes through decantation. The correct answer is false. Number 4. Salt is a very important ingredient in cooking food. We can obtain salt by filtration. The correct answer is false. Number 5. Clean water is very important. We can separate unwanted components of water by filtration. The correct answer is true.
Well done, science-minded learners! Indeed, you really understand our lesson in this episode. Are you ready for our assessment? Choose the letter of the correct answer. Do it on your paper.
Number 1. What is the benefit of separating the coins inside a purse? Letter A. To avoid discoloration of the coins. Letter B. To avoid confusion. Letter C. To count them easily according to their value. Letter D. To easily spend them. The correct answer is letter C. To count them easily according to their value. Number 2. What is the benefit of separating sand from gravel? Letter A. To avoid confusion between the two materials. Letter B. To easily mix them. Letter C. To refine the sand before mixing it with cement. Letter D. To use them easily. The correct answer is letter C. To refine the sand before mixing it with cement. Number 3. Magnets are used to separate blank. Letter A. Insoluble solids from liquids. Letter B. Non-metals from soluble solids. Letter C. Soluble solids from liquids. Letter D. Scrap metals from non-metal components. The correct answer is letter D. Scrap metals from non-metal components. Number 4. What is the benefit of separating oil from water in an oil spill? Letter A. To avoid damage to the environment. Letter B. To avoid destruction of sea wildlife. Letter C. To avoid water contamination. Letter D. All of the choices. The correct answer is letter D. All of the choices.
Very good, science-minded learners! You answered all the items correctly. That's all for our science episodes this first quarter. Don't forget to follow our official DepEd TV YouTube channel and Facebook page so you can watch your lessons anytime, anywhere. Remember, our Almighty God is always with us and the virus will not stop us from learning. See you in second quarter. Once again, I am Teacher Kiz, leaving a message. It's better to learn slowly than to not learn at all. Goodbye!